Hi, welcome to my studio. If you are new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. So this is a what's on my desk kind of thing. And it's always fun to be able to start a project, start to finish. But if been working in mixed media, there's dry time, there's this and that. So I've got a few projects here that are not finished that I need to finish. So that's what I've got here, including some magazine harvesting that I need to do. We could start here and we'll just work our way through this pile and we'll just get as far as we can get in a reasonable amount of time. So I'm just going to set some of this on the floor near me and grab some scissors. Those aren't my favorite scissors. Those are less my favorite scissors. Here we go. This is a good pair. Okay. Each scissors are not bad scissors, but they each have a different purpose. So the way I like to do magazines, and it's usually because I have a purpose, and I'll show you my magazine pile here. You can see I'm really low, but what I want is words that I can add to tags and things, and I want pictures that I can also add. Here I'm reaching again. Here's my word one. So I'm getting low on both pictures and words. So that's what I'm looking for, so that I can, then you can sit down, have your supplies, and just get a go on. So all together now. I'm just afraid that it's so busy in the background that I think this would be hard to read. Ideas to share with those you love. No. That one's tempting. Cute dog, but an awful lot of stuff around him. So, nope. And then the back side. Sometimes in the table of contents you can find some cool things. History loves company. I'm going to cut that out. It just sounds like it could be cool. And I love the drawing over it, which is kind of like a city skyline. So that's cool. So I'm going to make a pile of words and a pile of pictures. Here are smaller pictures. These are cool. Yeah, I'm going to cut these out as well. So see, one side was a complete no and the other side is a complete yes. I cut into this picture, but that's okay. I'll trim these up later. I won't put you through watching that process. And Charleston, South Carolina, it's beautiful, but no. I love to create. Okay, well, let's tear this off because I love to create. Now I'm cutting these out a little bit bigger. I don't think I want her, so I'm going to cut into her. Because then as they're traveling around in my little envelopes, oh, I have two here. Well, so be it. Now I don't want to throw away the wrong thing. I just don't want them to get dog-eared. Okay, so what did I do here? It was definitely 2 pages. Did I miss anything? Oh, look at all these people. They're cool. That's okay. Missouri. There's room for, there's a Missouri for every MO. I don't even know. Too complicated. Okay, out. Keep going. Home plus auto equals easy. No. I try to avoid, let's see. I try to avoid real recognizable things like this is the gecko from the, auto. No. This is cool. This is cool. Room for days. Okay, no. I'm going to get rid of this. But this shredder vacation has been a game changer for capturing straight. Okay, well, no one's going to read all that. Home and garden, no. Crowning jewels. But see, like, I like that butterfly. All right. Let's take this one out. This is some successful harvesting that we're doing, huh? Again, I'm cutting a little bit bigger. I'm not going to keep all the pictures. But again, I don't want to put you through the process of me cutting this into little pieces. So I'm just going to put it in the still needs cutting pile. Brave New World. Okay, I like that. Beautiful and unspoiled, a world away from home. All right, let's pull this out. I'm going to cut, I'm looking behind it to see, okay, so I can cut them both out, I think. It feels like 2 pages again. Wow, oh, Julie. Have you ever done this before, girl? You'd think not, wouldn't you? So then this side's different. Okay, Brave New World. That's coming out to go in my words. And the rest of this is no. And then this one, cute dog. That dog's not on too much stuff. I'm gonna cut out this cute dog. I think he's one of my first pictures that can go right into the envelope. And then over here, beautiful and unspoiled, a world away from home. I may not use the whole sentiment, but a world away from home is kind of cool. So I'm just going to cut all this out and save it in my words. Now you may be saying, well, you know, why don't you do DigiWords and that? Well, I don't know. I just kind of like the feel of my words that I cut from another source rather than printing my own. And I don't right now even own a printer. If I felt the strong need, I would get one, but I just don't feel the need. All right, extend your summer on North Carolina coast, no. Great baking show, no. Breathe, I like that. Prairie style, don't care about that. But I like this breathe. This can go. If there's something you see and you think I made a mistake by letting it go, please go ahead and put it in the comments because, hey, I'm interested in what you think is cool. I love this butterfly. I love these I think these are called cone flowers. It doesn't say. All right. You have to be careful when you're pulling out of magazines because if it's tugging and you get those horizontal wrinkles, you're stretching the fibers of the paper and it will never lay flat again. So you really do want to, and I'll end up cutting this off with the trimmer and even probably fussy cutting. So I'm going to put this in the needs more cutting pile. But you don't want to yank. See, like this page. If I just pull and I get those lines going this way, they will never come out. So you just want to always be gentle as you pull. I'm not interested in any of this. No. Medicine. Bags with a mission for women on a mission. Oh, that's cool. Too big. Life. I like that. I may only do one magazine. Probably will only do one with you because how much of that do you want to watch? But I think it's interesting when I see what other people like, and I hope it's interesting that you can see what I like. Good Neighbors, Midwest Living, no. Little Mail thing, no. My Life, no. What is this? Uneasy, overwhelmed, relieved, balanced, joyful. Okay. I don't want all those words, but I like balanced and joyful. So I'm going to cut these words out, put that in the word pile. Knowledge is power. No. The cents on dollars, no. High blood pressure, joint pain, got it, but not going to do it. Togetherness. It's kind of big, but I like it. Don't you? Let's see if we can tear this out. This book tears easy. I'm going to keep togetherness here. Put that in my words. Born in Ohio. Tempting, but nobody cares. Travel. You know, that could be fun, and I'm going to show you why later. I am checking the backs before I chop, so put that in the words. On the taco trail, that's kind of fun. Be proud. Maybe some days I'm too fussy, and that's why I can go through a whole magazine and almost cut nothing out. I don't know. Okay, we're getting a lot in front. Let's get rid of this. On the taco trail. This is a beautiful mural. Popsicles. Mexican pop. Rich finds. Oh, I love cityscapes, but nope. It's got too much going on, but it's cool. It is cool. Rich finds. I like that. Give this guy a little trim. And keep it going. This is pretty, isn't it? You know that? I can show you a trick. I'm going to save this. And I won't show you, but I'll tell you. Magazine pictures like this can be very hard to use with a punch. But if you put another scrap, like just another magazine page behind it, then the punch has something to cut through instead of just folding it up. And I think this could make some really pretty punches. So I'm just going to cut this out like this and save that. I'll put it in my needs work pile, but that's kind of cool. And let's get rid of this. See, I love this. I'm going to cut that out. I'm a sucker for cityscapes. I really am. I really like them. I live in a small town. I love my small town, but I love visiting Chicago, Detroit, New York. I mean, just, the pulse of the city is so cool. Okay, no. Here's our popsicle girl and our Mexican pop. You know, sometimes something may mean a lot to me, but it's very, very specific. And so, fall colors on tap? No. Save your flight and hit the road? No. No. Fall getaways. I'm just looking, sometimes small pictures are really good for when you're doing faux postage. But so far, nothing is striking me. Get rid of these guys. Ugh. Going places. I like that. I'm always getting 2 pages, aren't I? All right, let's see. There we go. Going places. And we'll be looking together at just how we can use, how I use some of this stuff. We'll do some decorating and we'll use these up. Outside the box. I already have had quite a few about that kind of a thing. I'm going to skip it this time. Premium pot products, unbelievable prices. Pretty fall. Very pretty fall. Fall escapes. Good eats ahead. Playouts. Okay, I like this. All right, I'm going to cut this out. I like this bottom part. It has a lot of wording that I like. And I like that little coffee cup. I don't know if I'll be able to utilize it. I hope so. I like these little boots too. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the word pile. Yeah, we'll probably just do one magazine. I'm almost done with this one. No for this. Saugatuck, Michigan. Yeah, that's a really cool place. Really cool. Haven't been there yet, but heard a lot, read a lot, seen a lot. Minnesota. Marion, Illinois. There's those little boots again. Sugar Spice Nice. Okay. Out. Food. Fudge, cobbler, cake, cookies. Cake, cobbler. Cute little house. Too cool for school. No. That's a really common little statue, isn't it? Like the artwork, but it's at too much of an angle. No, 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 no. Slam dunk, no. Love it, leaf it. No. There's that same dog. No. Nope. Sip Cheers, Dream Team. No, no. Pretty colors. But I don't have the room to store a color file. But if I did, they are cool. Michigan apples. They're going to be here. This is May. Yesterday was Memorial Day here in the U.S. Love Me Tender. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, yesterday was Memorial Day. Went to a Memorial Day picnic in my little small town. No, parade in my little small town. Loved it. Was a lot of fun. Went with my family. And it was just right. The weather was sunny and it was very warm, but we had a beautiful shady spot and it was such a breeze. So that was fun. Time that we remember those who have fallen in war, and then in our parade we also honored fallen police officers, fallen firefighters. All their big pictures were there. It was really nice and a warm remembrance. It was great. Okay, that looks like delicious macaroni and cheese recipes. Cool, are they salsas? I don't know, they say provisions, just order it. Mouth-watering, but you don't want to cook. Huh, okay. Oh, look at the heart. And a camper, okay. Well, that was very helpful. This can go in the trash. I've still got a few magazines left, but we'll do those another day. Thanks for helping me with that project. So these are the pictures that still need work. So I'm going to put those in their pile by themselves. And this is for my little pictures, which I only have one that's ready to go in there. Oh no, two. And then I've got my words. And I can fit those in here. Look at that. I mean, that's a significant amount, and for one magazine I'm really quite surprised. I'm hoping this one's not too big. Well, if it is, I just won't seal it up and I can fool with that later. Look at these words. Okay, well, thanks for helping me with that. Okay, next thing on my pile, we did these together. It was a paper doll project. And so instead of putting away all of the leftovers, I just went ahead and started another one. So I have a video about this. I'll try to link it in the comments on how I did the whole process, but we're just going to finish it up. And it seems like the part that's left over is the part that has people most concerned. So this is a 12 by 12. So if I go in half, that's 6, and I'm just eyeballing it. And then that's going to be 3, and that's going to be 3. So I need my heads to be in these spaces. So I'm just going to put some ovals. And they'll have hair so that I'll get their throats in here, kinda, just as a guideline. And another oval. And a throat. And my last oval. And a throat. Okay, now we're gonna draw our paper dolls. So this was a very fun project that I did with scraps, and I just cut them into strips. And this is a 12 by 12, but it's got a design on the back so that I can cut them out and they'll be done. But what you gotta remember is this throat is kind of narrow. So I try to include their hair. And you know what, before I draw, I'm gonna put their shoulders in. And I'm gonna show you, because I tried piecing the shoulders. It took too long, and I don't think the results were worth it. So I've got another pile of scraps here, well, a bag. And I'm just gonna pull out, I've got just a few of these left, and these are the papers that we kind of decorated together by throwing them into a box and just letting the paints tell the story. I'm just gonna grab one more. I've got 4, but one of them's a little narrow. I don't know if it'll work. So then the way I do this, and I've got my glue, is I just set this on top near the neck, and I can see where the line is. And so then I'm just gonna draw a little neckline and bring this out like that. And there's one. So I'm just gonna cut the bottom and then cut out these shoulders. Like that. And then I'll glue, and there's my shoulders. That is really, it's a lot more of an efficient way. Uh-oh, glue book didn't bring. That's okay. What's this? I think it's left over. Yeah, so I can just use this as a little glue page. Okay. Oh, I like the other side better. Okay, we'll use the other side. Got my glue stick here. And glue on the shoulders. Okay, one set of shoulders. And let's work on this one. I kind of like the idea of drawing it on the side that I don't want. And sometimes it's hard to choose, but then just when I cut it out, the pencil marks can be on the other side. Like that. She's got broader shoulders. It's okay. I hope I made that deep enough. I'm going to give it just a little bit of a neckline. So I'm just cutting out a little triangle like that. How does that look? Well, she's plenty wide. Let's just bring her in a little bit. Okay. How's that? I think that'll be fine. We'll glue this one on. So, did you do anything fun this week? Have you been working on your art journals, or have you been maybe working on a canvas, or maybe in a sketchbook? Let me know in the comments what's going on, because I truly am interested. Okay, there's those shoulders. Okay, how about these? Okay, I'm gonna draw on this side, and then I can flip it over. And she doesn't need quite as wide as that other lady had. But you know what? We're all different, right? Okay. If we were all the same, it would be boring. I know we've all heard that expression, but there's truth behind it. That's why your art is so unique and it means so much to me, because I want to see what uniqueness you're bringing. Okay, I think she looks fine. She's a little crooked. I'm going to bring this up a little bit, and now I'm going to give her some fashion of a neckline. And I mean, there's nothing exact going on here, I promise you. I think that's another part of the beauty of it, is that it is unique. And can you even see what I'm doing? And down this goes. That's from a grocery bag. Yep, repurpose, reuse. Use what you have. I know I say it a lot, but when I see people just talking about all the art supplies that they need, and I'm not judging, but I just sometimes feel like, yeah, but sometimes we don't. You know what? Her head is a little high, and it's going to make her, well, is that bad, Julie? I don't know. Just get a bigger scrap, huh? Okay. Talk myself into it. Let's get a bigger scrap. This looks generous. Okay, turn it over. Okay, let's see what that does for us. This was one of those security envelopes that you get in the mail, supposed to keep people from being able to read your mail. I'm going to give her, oh, sometimes things just aren't easy. Okay, give her a neckline. I just cut another triangle this time. And there, that's fine. Oh, what I was whining about, that's just fine. And let's glue her down. We had weather in the 80s, sunny. Today is the same. It's just beautiful. I feel for all the people that had to go back to work today after we had such a beautiful weather weekend, and it's continuing now. A lot of people got yard work done, understandably. Okay, now they've got their necklines. I think that looks great. Now we can start drawing their faces and their hair in. So let's find one of these pens that works great. Okay, let's see what we can do. Okay, so we'll give this girl a side part, and then I'm going to bring her hair out like this. And there's her throat. And then bring this side out like this. And she looks to me like she's kind of looking in this direction. So I'm going to put her eye here. And an eye here. And a little nose. And a happy smile. And pupils and some eyebrows. She looks a little bit shy. Yeah, she's cute. Give her her little chin. Okay, there's one. And now this one, she gives me kind of this sort of a feel. And let's go curls. Let's go with the curls, girls. Mix them up. Some to the left, some to the right. Yeah. And her eye. Cute nose. Happy smile. And there's her chin and her shoulders and a little curl right there. I like her. I think she's cute. I think she needs a little bit out this way a little more. Yeah. That's good. Okay. Girl number 3. And she's going to have some bangs. And maybe she's kind of got more straight of hair. And so can you see how I have the hair filled in so that it's going to be substantial when we cut her out? I think she needs another row of hair, especially on this side. Okay, I like her. And a cute nose, and maybe just a little smile like that. Big eyes. Little eyebrows. Eyelashes. There, she's sweet. Yes, one more. Okay, what does your hair look like, my dear? Well, maybe kind of bangs and kind of not. And maybe just short hair. That's, I guess, like layers. So a little bit here, a little bit there. Wavy maybe. Like this. Maybe she's got like a 70s sort of a shag. Okay, I like that. A little bit more bangs. And cool eyes. She's looking this way a little bit. Little sideways smirk. Get her throat in there. Okay, there they are. Now, you know what I'm missing? My marker to put their little pink cheeks in. Do I have a pink and Posca? I do. I just could give them a little pink Posca cheek. Like that. Yeah. I'm doing dots because I didn't want like little perfect circles. Yeah, they're sweet. Okay, let's cut them out. Now the way I like to cut these out is just to start straight and just head right down the picture. If they're a little bit crooked, I don't care. If one's a little bigger and one's a little smaller, I don't care. They're just fun. Okay, now all I have to do is cut out their heads. And we will have our little paper dolls. These are fun to stick in a junk journal. They're fun to use as bookmarks. They're fun to just stack up in a line, and I had some decorating on top of one of my cabinets that way. Just sweet. Okay, there's one girl. Let's get this girl going. Okay, I'm gonna just give her a little bit of a trim right here. Yeah, okay. Girl number 2. I still see white up here. I don't like that. I want that to be her clothes. Okay. And now the curly girl. How are you, my dear? Now that the weather is good on this side of the equator, we're in our nicer weather months. Is anyone doing like plein air work? Are you outdoors, maybe doing some landscapes or some people watching with some sketching and drawing? That's always fun. It's amazing the people that will walk up to you because they're just interested. Sometimes they just look and don't say anything. Sometimes they ask you questions, and you know, it's a nice way that you can meet people. But you can also find yourself a little solitary place if you just want to be with your thoughts. Nothing wrong with that. Either way can be fun. But I'm sure you've seen artists out and about with their little easels or they're drawing sketchbooks, and they're out doing their thing. Okay, so we've got these 4 cool paper dolls. I like all 4 of them, and every time I make them, they're different, and every time I make them, they feel like they have a different personality. I'm going to go into and here's where I'm going to be making some more because I'm running out of things like flowers and stars, hearts, those kinds of things. But I'm just giving them a little decoration on their dresses. I like that very much. I'm going to use the art glitter glue because this is shiny and slippery. What I painted these on is shiny and slippery. So I'm using what I know is just a little bit of a stronger glue because I feel like I'm putting a resistant piece on top of a resistant piece. And I just want it to be able to stick. Because the other thing is people may be pulling this in and out of a pocket, in and out of a book, and you don't want little things to snag and tear. So I'm going close to the edge as best I can, and I know the glue will spread even further towards the edge once it is placed. But I do want to get the edges as best I can without having it ooze out too much. And this glue, you don't have to use as much as other glues. Let's put this a little lower. And so you can have a little less buckling and wrinkling and that sort of thing. Okay, good. Let's get her flower on. These flowers have a heavier black border. A white border would work fine, but I think that it helps them to stand out on such a busy background. That's why I like to choose these for this project. There, I'm just checking the edges. One more. So what is your favorite adhesive? Do you have a specific glue stick that you like? Have you totally given up on glue sticks and gone to more of a PVA or a wet glue? Or maybe you like to use a spirit glue that has like acetone as its base. That'd be like your Fabri-Tac, that kind of glue. What are your adhesives du jour? What are the adhesives that you find work well? And I realize not everybody can get everything just depending on where they live. So, okay. There is a finished project, number 2. Thanks for helping me finish that up. I'm glad to have these things done. Okay, these are 2, they could either be postcards or they could be journaling cards, but I did them on a pizza carton, which is great, but I need it to be something more friendly to write on. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue these on to here, because I do believe they'll both fit, yes. And then I will cut them out. And then these are white on one side. This side, it's kind of an eyelet. So I think it will be pretty, but yet you can write on it if you want. And again, this is very shiny. I'm going to be using my art glitter glue. Try to really get the edges, because that's where, if there's going to be an issue, that's going to be it. But this is a nice firm cardboard, and then with the work we put on top, that's made it even firmer. So a person could pull this out and write on it pretty easily, I think. And yeah, I'm being generous, and this glue's expensive, but my work is valuable too. So I don't want to do this work and then have it fall apart. So let's get this up here. My edges aren't perfect, so I'm not so worried about butting it up against all the edges. I'm going to have to trim. And let's get a little card here. Really smooth it down. Okay, there's one. And here's my second one. Do you ever send postcards? I haven't sent a postcard in years, but you can send them, and they still make them commercially, like, you know, especially with the pictures of places you might be visiting. And I know they still make, well, we've got the forever stamps, but I do believe you can buy postcard stamps that are designed just with that much postage in mind. Okay. Here comes number 2. We're going to glue it down. Now I put the ephemera that you see on these all down with a glue stick, and you can see, I mean, they've stayed put. Okay. Really want to smooth it down. Okay, let's get the lid on the art glitter glue. Oh, you know I'm never good at this. I'm sorry. There we go. There. Okay. And now, maybe before I cut these out, I'll do the decorating, because then I can let them even dry a little bit more. So they already have a lot of this type of ephemera. So I think I'm going to get into my words and my pictures. I also found this. This was something I was going to show you. A friend of mine, Jan LeBate, if she's watching, I would just find it a miracle, saved tickets for me. And I had saved them, and also some postcards, old postcards. But all of these are true tickets. Tickets look to the orchestra, Beethoven and Mahler. They're just so cool. I like this little tan one, and I think I'm going to go ahead and use that. And let's see what else I've got in this little stack. I was so happy that I found these, that I didn't lose them in my move. So that is like a parking thing. And I could make my tag go this way as well. It doesn't have to go, you know, horizontal or vertical. It can go either way. I have too much in my hands. All right, Ticketmaster. I could take this out, save that, save this. I like that. Okay. And I've got this one and this one's torn, but you know that's what they do in movies. All right, let's see what we can get with that. Now, you know, when you do mixed media, it takes a lot of stuff. And I forgot to get my ink to ink the edges of things. So let me grab that. It's not far. Sorry. I did re-ink it. So, and I've got some sponges. And I'm going to do some inking up. And I did write so that I could tell you. So Hickory Smoke, Vintage Photo, Ground Espresso, Black Soot. Those are the colors that are in this. And these are the archival, so they don't move once they're dry. And I'm going into the Vintage Photo. And I'm just going to go around the edge. And you know, this is shiny, slippery. And so it is more apt to want to give up like an ink that's not permanent. So there's a lot of reasons why I just prefer using the inks that don't move once they're dry. I just find that's, I don't know, I feel more secure, I guess. And boy, if you were going to send this in the mail, you really would have to think hard about what products you're using, because, you know, that could end up in the rain. Who knows? All the machines that drag across it all. $31 she paid for this ticket, and I bet it's 20 years old. 07, 12107. She's a nurse practitioner, wonderful woman. She was one of the first nurse practitioners in Arizona, and her nurse practitioner license is 6, the number 6. Isn't that something? Okay, so this one I wanted to do this way. And this one, I wanted to do this way. And let's just see if we can find some words. You know, we just cut some out. Okay. So what do we have in here? Well, I like this because it's kind of how the feeling is when you're going to the movies or to the theater, a world away from home. I'm going to cut that out. I'm concentrating, so I got quiet. I'm sorry. So I think this could go here. And I think it needs a little something behind it to help it stand out. I've got some of these papers. Could that help? Let's see. Yes. Okay. So I'm just going to tear it here. I might have it too big to start out with, but we'll see. And it doesn't have to frame it perfectly, but just to give it a bit to stand up. See, I like that just fine. So now, I think that's cool. Okay, let's do her. I think glue stick will be fine for this. Lots on the desk, mixed media. Always lots on the desk. But aren't these tickets cool? I hope that you think so. I do. I need to write her a letter. I'm working sideways, but that's okay. All right, let's get, oh, Julie, I've got these big cards and I know I've got smaller ones. Okay, get that down and get this one down. So I'm going to be buying some more glue sticks. So tell me your favorite brand, especially if you get it from the US, because I like these, but I'm always willing to try something, and I'm more than happy to admit if something's better. I like better, always. Maybe I should turn this around just to see if I'm getting anything straight. Who knows, maybe I'll send one of these to her. She'll be shocked that I still had them. Maybe not. She knows I'm an artist. You are an artist. Okay, that one's done. Now, let's see about this one. I may want another scrap behind it. And let's see about some words. I'm looking. Going places. How about that? That goes with tickets, right? Sure it does. Going places. Jan always had season tickets to the orchestra, to the different colleges, so that she just was always going somewhere, movies, you name it. You name it. Now this, I think this will be okay. I just don't want too much slippery on top of too much slippery with glue stick. If that's the case, then I will use the Art Glitter Glue. Okay. Glue this ticket down. Okay. Now, well, the going places is on this red. So it doesn't necessarily need something, but would something just make it a little bit sweeter? But the red, I'm just going to leave the red. I like the red. I don't think it needs another thing. Is this too gluey? Nah, I can use it right here. I'm not going to center it. Ooh, wrinkle. There we go. Okay. Get this way too big tag thing. Okay. Let's cut them out and see what we've got. Thank you, words. Thank you to all of you who've been keeping me company while I do this. And let's cut these babies out. Ooh, you know what? See, I got a little edge here. So let's get the Art Glitter Glue with its fine little point and get some glue in there. It's gluing. And I have a clip. Clip that down. Right there. The rest of them seem good. I need to trim this up. And trim this up. And then when this is completely dry, I will go around and ink the edges of this. And then any little missed spots in the cutting out process will be corrected. So there's my going places. And let's see what this one's gonna look like. This is a good scrap. Put it with my scraps. So, are we gonna have time for one more project, do you think? Maybe, maybe. Our glitter glue, another little space here. Just work that needle nose in there. And another clip. Clip that there, and then this is going to have to do the same. That's okay. We're still getting way ahead of the game. All right, last project. Thanks for helping me get those done. Now, this project, as I was saying in my ephemera that I like to make myself. I have a lot of the ones that I punch out, which is good. Oh no, art glitter glue, please don't do this now. Ugh. I do have a lot of those, but what I don't have is a lot of the flowers, stars, hearts. So I went ahead and did some painty papers and let them dry overnight. And then I need to draw on them and then color. So I thought, well, thank you, art glitter glue. Maybe I would just show you me coloring up or drawing up just a few more of these. Now I went ahead and took the Posca and I made some flower centers just to see what that might, you know, be like when I go ahead and draw on top. I'm not even sure of the spacing, but we'll give it a go. I think it still needs a circle, even though I'm underwhelmed. But I tried it. It's not a waste. But I don't know. Just didn't make the kind of like a punch or a statement that I thought it might. So I'm gonna put some circles in here. And then I'll maybe put some white dots in there. I'll go ahead and just put one row in there. Whoop. And then I'll be cutting these all out. But I don't think you need to watch me. Okay, see, here's why I can see that my first mistake. I made them too close together, but that's okay. I'm just gonna make them smaller. I mean, they're, you know, flowers grow at different paces. They grow in different sizes, even if they're the same flower. You know what I mean. You get some big ones, you get some small ones. And so I'm not gonna let that deter me. Here's another oval. So I like to make my flowers in different orientations because you never just always see flowers straight on, you know. There's always some that are facing you, facing away from you, facing any other direction but you. So these, and you know what, these are going to have a different flavor, and they always do, and so that's okay. I think I'm going to make this one totally different. Give this one more row. And these were just magazine pages that I put, but I did go with more colors that I thought would be floral oriented. So instead of like, well, I mean, any color could be a flower, but just the colors that you kind of first think about when you're thinking about flowers. This is an awfully dark space. I may need to do this one with some white highlighting because that's hardly showing up. But once it's cut out, you never know. Okay, now I'm not going to put you through the cutting out process, and I'll finish this later, but this was another one of those things on my desk that I'm going to be finishing up. So we got these guys drawn. We got our four ladies. Let me reach, sorry for bumping the desk. We got our 4 ladies done, and I think they're just adorable. And we got these 2 cards that are still clipped up. They're not done, but they're almost done. And then we did some magazine harvesting, which is a great help. So I hope that you found this helpful. I hope that maybe you were crafting along as I was clearing off my desk. I'm sure that your desk gets like this from time to time. Please consider liking, hitting the like button, subscribing. It helps me so much. And I will see you in our next video. Bye.